Today we're going to review the last two steps in writing a good summary paragraph using Step Up to Writing's 4 steps for a summary paragraph. In our previous tutorial, we reviewed steps 1 and 2, writing a clear, direct topic sentence using the article high water and low water. So let's take a look at that article again. High water and low water. The Amazon River in South America flows through the Amazon rainforest. When it rains, the Amazon overflows its banks, flooding land for miles nearby. At other times of the year, the water in the river is low and the land is mostly dry. The people living in this area know how to survive in both the rainy and dry seasons. During the rainy season, everyone travels by canoe. Even cattle live on floating rafts. Houses are built on stilts and gardens are planted in boxes that can float. Water gets as high as the trees. When the water is this high, the fish and turtles eat the fruits, nuts, and seeds from the branches. During the dry season, the sun comes out and people can plant crops like beans and corn. The plants grow well because the soil is rich. Canoes can be put away, families can walk to visit each other, and children can walk to school. Let's do a quick review of how we use the IVF method to write our topic sentence. First, we identified the item, the article called high water and low water. We selected a verb, explains, and we finished our thought. What was the main idea of the article? The wet and dry seasons in the Amazon rainforest. So now if we take a look at it, we can put that all together and come up with our topic sentence. The article called high water and low water explains the wet and dry seasons in the Amazon rainforest. That becomes our topic sentence. So you've written your topic sentence. Now you're ready for step 3, creating a fact outline. Basically, the fact outline will help you list different thoughts, ideas, or details from the text that we're summarizing. These words and phrases show the main events or the big ideas. So let's look at our article. We've got high water and low water. We're going to take that and kind of move it to the side and think about what are our main ideas? What are the main events? And we're just going to do a fact outline, and it looks something like this. It's very basic. You were using dashes. You can see them right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes. And in those dashes, we are going to put the big ideas. The first big idea is, where are we talking about? We're talking about the Amazon River in South America. So I am just going to write South America. I am not going to use a complete sentence. You are using basically what we call jot. And jot works like this, if I can grab it here. Okay, just 1, 2, or 3 words. You're using phrases, not complete sentences. So our first phrase is South America. Our last phrase, and funny that I'm jumping down to the last, but there's a reason for that. Our last phrase is going to be the end idea. And the end idea is that people live on the land during the dry season. So let's go back up. We've got South America. And now what comes after South America? It says, when it rains, the Amazon overflows its banks, flooding land for miles nearby. So we know that during the rainy season, what happens? Well, there's flooding, major flooding. So that's just our basic idea, that during the rainy season, there are floods. What happens during the dry season? Well, if we skip down, these are all details in here that explain what happens during that rainy season. And if you wanted, you could even add 1 or 2 of these, but these are the main ideas. And then we come down to this next paragraph, the end paragraph, and now we're talking about the dry season. And what happens when the dry season comes? Well, the water recedes and people can plant crops. There's no more rain. Canoes can be put away, families can walk. Okay, so during the dry season, it's very dry. So right here we have our two big points. Rainy season, floods. Dry season, very dry. Then we added a couple little details. So during the rainy season, everything lives up high, especially the people. During the dry season, it can live on the land. So now what do we do with this information? Well, you've already have your topic sentence written. So here's your topic sentence that we've written. The article called High Water and Low Water explains the wet and dry seasons in the Amazon rainforest. Now, using the JOT technique of just one or two or three words in a phrase, we have our fact outline. So we're going to take our topic sentence along with our fact outline and come up with our summary sentence. We're going to take each of these main ideas and we're going to basically put them into sentences. So let's take a look here, if I can pull this up. There we go. And we have our topic sentence, the article called High Water and Low Water explains the wet and dry seasons in the Amazon rainforest. So that was our topic sentence that we had right up here. Okay. Then we are going to take each of these ideas right here and put them into sentences. So here is our first sentence. The Amazon is a big river in South America. Right there, we've got it. South America, Amazon. Then our next idea was about rainy seasons and floods, so we put that into a sentence. Sometimes this river gets full and the land and floods the land. Okay? Then we talk about the dry season in another sentence. At other times, the river is so low that it is almost dry. Now we're going to add those little bits of detail that we had. The people who live in this area know how to live up high when there is flooding. We just covered that detail. And then let's look at this phrase, detail, live on the land. Creatures like fish and birds also adapt. Then, when the flooding stops and the land is dry, everything changes. People live a normal life, plant crops, and live on the land. So we took first our topic sentence, then we took our plan with our phrases and put them down into complete sentences. Put it all together and you have a well-written summary paragraph. Notice that the summary paragraph does not contain opinions. It is just the facts. Let's look at an example we had in the first video about Chapter 5 Electronics in the science book. And we had come up with a topic sentence. Chapter 5 Electronics in my science book explains how a simple telegraph works. So there was our IVF, and then we wrote it right here into a topic sentence. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that topic sentence and take a look at how we can use that to come up with an outline and then put that into a summary paragraph. So if we move this to the front and take a look at it, let's enlarge it here. So here's our summary paragraph. There is our topic sentence right here. Chapter 5 Electronics in my science book explains how a simple telegraph works. Then right here are your key ideas. Key, dry cell, sounder, wire, open circuit, closed circuit, current. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 dashes, 5 simple words or simple phrases that take the main key details from that chapter. Now we're going to take all this information right here and we're going to put it into complete sentences into a summary paragraph. We start with our topic sentence and we just copy it and put it right there in paragraph form. Chapter 5, Electronics, in my science book, explains how a simple telegraph works. Now I'm going to take my key dry cell sounder details and put those into sentences. A simple telegraph has a key to send the message, a dry cell for electricity, and a sounder to receive the message. There we go. One sentence for those ideas. Our next detail was wire. Okay? All the parts of a telegraph are connected by wire. The next idea was open circuit and then closed circuit. So let's see how we put those into sentences. The circuit is open, but when someone pushes down on the key, the circuit is closed. And our last key detail is current. And here's the sentence. A current then flows from the dry cell to the key to the sounder. And there is your summary paragraph for a chapter in a science book. Notice, again, there are no opinions. In fact, there really isn't a concluding sentence because often concluding sentences contain opinions, and a summary paragraph just deals with the facts. Step 1, topic sentence using IVF. Step 2, write the sentence. Step 3, your fact outline. And step 4, putting it all together into your summary paragraph.